think that other bitch, man, she just she want to take over shit, you know?
Talking about,
That bitch,
talking about,
the other girl.
that came here before?
Yeah.
Why you do that?
Well, just trust me. I don't see her here. And, anyway.
You might have been too much for her. I mean, she is.
For the class up on there. Lock. Stop. Right. You get a broadcast on your phone yet?
Come on now.
All right. Yeah, it looks like
extreme south.
I see it.
Make sure it's out here.
Just lock it for a second. Okay. All right. Just lock you for a second there. We had a few technical difficulties here. Shalom, Israel. We're the Isupk, start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahawadah. Start off 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. If you're not an Isupk under Commanding General Yahawadah, you're not of the truth. Lashawan Qadash class, I'm Officer Shar. Here in South Carolina, we're teaching the Lashawan Qadash for the ancient and the Syrian Hebrew. And here's our chart, of course, that we use all the time. The ancient Hebrew is the original Hebrew that we've had from the beginning. The Most High has given us, of course. It reads from right to left, and we'll go over a few things here. Get familiar with class here that we've been doing over the few years and months that I've been teaching here. And a Syrian Hebrew, of course, we had in captivity. I see we have people joining the chat. Hold on, Salaki for a second. Okay. All right, we got some people joining class. Officer Shar, the chat's up. But the Lashawan Qadash class, Salaki for a second. Lashawan Qadash class, we use vowels, we use connectors, we use ending characters, a lot of different things to get to what we want, to get so that we can understand what the Lashawan Qadash is. And I mean, we speak the Hebrew here because it's our language, It's our original language here. That's what people understand. The top line, when we say Abba Gada, Hawazaka Tayakala Manasa Ipatazakwa Rashata, we're saying all of the what you would call in the English language, the alphabet, we call it the Hebrew characters. And of course, when we were in captivity, the Syrian characters, they were added because you're in captivity, man. You have to do as what they tell you. But we had a limit, we still kept our language intact. That's why I can say it right now, because it's there, man. You see it. You see it up here, and of course we go back through the archaeology. We got the archaeology scripts and the stones and stuff, so we can know who we are, man. And of course the Assyrian, you see that right now. The Yiddish people over there in the fake Jews in 1947 Balfour Declaration, they use declaration. They're over there in our homeland right now, but they're fake Jews, so they don't really speak Hebrew. They speak what you call a Yiddish. That's why they're called Jewish. they wish they were us. They're not the real Jews. The real Jews are black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people.
Right.
We're we make up the 12 tribe of Israel, man. And in the Assyrian Hebrew, we had to learn the language. We had to learn the different symbols, and that's one thing. And we're going to just go over a few to understand and know, to see the actual. We'll go over a few things in Hebrew to show you a class that I had once before to show you what how some of these things sound. It's a sort of a semi-advanced class, but it's actually plain. But it's sort of a class that you can learn. You can write down a Hebrew word. We're going to translate the Hebrew, man. And that's of course, we know in translating the Hebrew, we're going to take words and see what that word means. And see what, and we're also going to see if you can guess or understand. And I don't really care if you understand what the word means. I'll translate it for you. But what I care about is that you can take the word written in Hebrew and understand what does that sound like. What is that? And that's the whole point. So it's like a translation thing going on here. So the first question we'll ask, what we're going to ask is, we'll get familiar with Hebrew before we get people checking in here, get people to understanding how many, let's see here. Well, let's lock him a second. How many vowels there are, and how many vowels there are in Hebrew, how many characters there are, how many vowels there are, and what do you do with connectors and what do you do with ending characters. That's the point. So I'll ask straight out. How many vowels? Before we do that, how many characters are in the actual Hebrew? You got the Syrian Hebrew, and you have the let's see, who was checking in class? Radazak, glad to have you in class, Radazak. You got the Syrian Hebrew, and you have the ancient Hebrew. But how many vowels are there? In other words, how many? How many vowels are there? I'm sorry, how many characters are there altogether? Like in the Hebrew, in the English language, there are 26 alphabet. But we have characters. There are pictures that make a sound. For instance, if I was to say, ah, it makes the sound ah. I want to know how many of those characters are like that. And of course, in the ancient, that ah would look like this. That's the ancient. And this is the sloppy. That's the paleo. That's the ancient here, and this is the Assyrian here. So, how many are there? Anybody know? Go ahead.
Brother Ratazak said 2.
There's two vowels. He's right. There's ah and I. Right. There's two vowels. He's right. There's just 2. And then of course you have oops, I put it up here. Shouldn't put it there. Radazak says there's 2, and he's exactly right. And that's what they look like. In ancient and Assyrian. And how many characters are there altogether? People in the chat right there. We'll give you guys a second chance in here because we have people in class. We always like people to raise their hand in class also. And then we have how many characters are there altogether? There are a certain amount, and then we'll talk about the extra characters. So how many are there in the Assyrian and the ancient Hebrew? How many are there? That's right, there's 2 vowels, exactly right. Acting right today. So talk to me. Anybody? What do you think? Truth. What you got? How many characters are there?
22.
It's 22. That's right, exactly right. So let's clap it up for Razak and Shar. There's 22 actual characters and there's 2 vowel sounds. That's important to know, you know. So that's good. All right. So there's 2 vowels and 22. There's 22 actual sounds. You know, that sounds that makes word. And we're gonna go over that. We get. I'm just trying to wait for more people to get in the chat so I can go over that and understand what we have. Okay. Understand how many vowels we have and how many characters. So there's 22. So that's good to know. That's good to understand that. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Let's find out something else here. Now that we know that. What's up?
Good, the board.
Huh?
The board.
It's clean? Good. Good. Okay. All right, yeah. Let's put another sound up here just for the sake of it. Let's just put ba. Let's put ba. I mean, it's the English up here says ba. And and of course that ba looks like this in the ancient. Okay? And then of course in the Assyrian, that ba looks like this. And that's a part of learning your notes. I'm not going to go through all of them because that's something that you have to refresh yourself up daily to get to this point. Okay? What you got in the chat?
That Sister Power Boss just checking in from
Sister
Manila.
Parba, got Sister Parba checking in. Glad to have you in, Sister Parba. Good to have you in class. Okay? Now we're going to go over a few understanding of some words that we've done before, and I want you guys to understand. I want you to break it down and tell me what that word is. See, if I put it up here and tell me, I mean, you don't have to know the meaning necessarily, but at least tell me how do you give me the English. In other words, if I gave you something like a word like this, if I said, let me see what I want to do here. If I've said like this, okay? I want to know if you looked at this word here, and of course that is in ancient, and of course, I mean, of course in Assyrian, it'll look like this. Okay? I'm sorry, got that messed up here. Salaki. Okay. There we go. Salaki. Now, if that word, I want you guys to type out in English, how does that spell? That's what we're after today. We've done this class before. I said I was going to surprise you with it. So what does that spell? In other words, these are 2 words here. One's in ancient and one's in Assyrian. But what does the word spell? So you got to know these characters, what sound they make. So type it out in English. What does it spell? We'll start off. I'll start off with a simple one. So a simple word here. Not complex, I mean, you know what I'm saying. So see if you guys can come up with what that spells. What is this? You tell me. What word is that? And I'll put it up. I'll give you, for instance, as a matter of fact, if you guys are not sure what I'm saying, I'll give you the example. I'll give you this one. I'll give you 10 more seconds. I don't know if you guys, I'm not sure. Let me see. What we got up there? Who's checking it?
All right, the brother Dwayne Davis out of Minneapolis checked in.
Okay, good.
So like, but it is a guy named Massanisa Ahmed a Hamite, I'm assuming.
Okay.
He says all languages originated from Latin, the language of the
Yeah.
Carthage.
Yeah, okay.
Carthage.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Right. Who's that? Parabot wrote something down there?
Brother Ratazak said Khan.
Exactly
Kana.
right.
He said Kana.
Yeah. Did he say that?
No, Kana.
Just don't worry about that. Did you get to take care of the other thing?
No, I mean that's what.
Did you take care of the other thing? Yeah, I got it. I see Kaga. I see Kana. Parabot. Okay. Did you get the other
I
guy?
already got my block.
Who's that?
Him that I blocked.
Good. All right. Okay. Kaga and Kana. Okay. All right. Parabah and Ratazah. Let's break it down real quick. I know you guys, you've been on one of these before, but I think one of y'all said Kaga, and one of y'all said put an A after that. Remember we talked about that? Well, so here it is again. When you say Khan, you don't need the A after that. It's just C and Na. It's Khan. You don't need the A past that. You'll learn that as we go, Parabah. And Ga, I think Radazah, Ga looks like this. That's Ga. Okay? All right. I know we had somebody in the chat over here, some African Hamite, I think.
Heathen.
I'm just saying,
Don't cut.
I'm just saying that he was checking in and saying all languages descend from Latin, and that's a damn lie.
Right.
Let's make sure we understand that. So, but you come up here in the chat, and I hope he's listening. You come up in the chat and you don't know what you're talking about. You don't teach the priests and prophets of the Most High. You put your something in there that makes sense and ask a question,
right,
because you certainly don't know. All these other nations, especially the heathen nations, of course, the Hamites and Edomites and all that. I'm just taking my time talking to my people. If you don't know, ask a question. That's fine. But don't come with authority saying what you do, because Latin, that is not. As a matter of fact, take that off of there. Just erase the comment. You understand? Yeah, just erase the comment. All right? You get it?
No.
Well, if not, that's fine. You block that, it's close enough. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, so when you say Khan, you basically don't need an A out there. Then that would be Kana. You don't need that. You don't need that. All you need is the Ka. You need the A for the Ka because that's the full sound. But when you get to Na, you don't want to say Kana. Because then that's the reason why you don't say that, because you drop the A right there. So Parva, you understand that, and Ratazah, you understand that? Type Khan in the chat, or let me know something that you understand that, okay? Right? Because we have people from time to time, so lucky to the audience that's listening, we have people from time to time that come in and try to tell the priests and prophets of the Most High. We're the priests and prophets of the Most High, and we don't need someone. All we need is our teachers. We don't
right,
need some Hamite
right,
and some other Edomite or any other ites like that. That's any other not any other ites, any other foreigners or people that don't even know how to teach. You can't even run your own country, but yet you want to come in here and try to teach the 12 lost tribes of Israel, okay?
Right.
We know our original language, Hebrew, okay? All right, let's give another word here. Let's get back to our class here. Let's give another word, and I'm going to see if you guys catch on to the idea of what I'm saying, and I'll break it down a little further, okay? Let's give another one here. Let's give a word like this. Let's see. Yeah, let's get one like this. Okay. Then I'll put it here. Okay. There we go. And of course, getting yourself familiar with the chart too. Okay, here's a word I got here. Tell me what that word spells out. Just sound it out and type it in English what the word is. All right? Tell me what that word is. Parabah and who is that? Radazak and some other people in the audience there. Tell me what that word is. Baba Pasha. My brother, my sister. Give you guys a few seconds. I've written it in Hebrew ancient, and I've written it in Hebrew Assyrian down here, and then I wrote it up there. And we'll give you a breakdown of how to sound those out, because I appreciate what you guys have done so far. When you said Khan, you just let some of y'all put an A on the end of it. We'll show you, we'll teach you how to do that. So break this one down for me, y'all. Give you guys a few seconds. Just take your time. You know, give you guys a few seconds here. Take your time. See what we got. Let's see what we got over here. Let's see. Radazak said, let's see what he got. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Make sure I didn't make a mistake on it myself. Radazak, does Parabah put anything down over there?
Nah, sir.
Not yet. Radazak put one down. He put Zara. Let's see. Let me make sure here. Let me see here. Let me see what's going on here. Anybody else type in there? Make sure, let me make sure here. Grab that word out of the sky. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah.
So like the camp leader, real Sisters Amara, she checking in from Greenville.
Glad to have you in, sis. Got some sisters.
Already bought.
About that here? Good. And then, Zamara, glad to have you in class, Zamara. Okay. Let's see here. We got a word here. This is the word here. Can y'all guys see that? Yeah, I think you can. Let me make sure. This is what the word looks like. I wrote it on there.
On kind of same thing. Zarai.
This is what you want right here. You want Zarai. What you want to do here, a lot of times, I mean, you know, it's hard to understand it sometimes, but in this particular case, you drop the A right here. You don't need that. Right in here. Okay? You drop that A. A lot of times, I'm just trying to give you words that's going to fit that situation. Because if you look over here, you write Zarai. And Zarai means seed. Okay? In Hebrew. Sometimes that's just the way sometimes they write words. But in this particular case, Z-A, that's the full sound. You have to have that. And you want to, now if I didn't have this I, then it would be Zara. But in this case, because there's an I there, anytime you have two vowels, you don't need another vowel in there. That'll be you don't need that other vowel. That's how it was explained to me. In other words, you don't need an A in here because there's a vowel there. That's just happened to be like that. It ain't always like that. I hope people understand that one. Okay, what's the next comment there? What?
Same Sister Farabah says Zarai.
Yeah. What? How does she spell it?
The same way.
Just spell it out. Just spell it out for me.
Zarai.
Okay, got you. So I hope you guys understand that you drop this because there's a vowel there. So Zarai. Okay. And that's the only way really to write that, because it just so happened to be because there's a vowel that happens. Let's give you another word that doesn't follow that rule there. Okay? Let's find out here. And Zarai, put in your notes, by the way, it means seed. Okay? Let's do this one right here. Let's do this word. Well, let's do it, let me do it in a little darker pen so you guys can see it. So you guys caught on to the idea, and that's good. Good, Parabah and Ratazah and Shara. Very good. Let's see. Let's do this one. Let's make sure I spell it out right, because I don't want to get it wrong here, because then that'll confuse you. Let's get this one right. Make sure we get them all right anyway. Let's see. Don't want to confuse you. Now let's do this. Let's do this one right here. Let's do this one. Guys, since you guys got the idea, let's move forward. Okay? Let's do this one right here. Let's do this one. I gave you some exceptions or some understanding, some breakdowns, so let's do this one right here. All right. Now I'm putting the connectors on there so to give you a better understanding of it. Okay. So you guys understand, and I'll put the Assyrian down below it, kind of help you out a little bit. All right. All right. Tell me what that is. You know, take your time in English and describe in the chat what that sounds like. That's the first part of breaking down words and understanding and translating words. And that's what we're after here. Okay? So take your time and break that one down. Now this one will follow. This one you can go back to the old understanding of rules. But I just gave you a couple ones there. There are some that break those rules there, especially But anyway, just what does this sound like? See if you guys can see. They see okay? Yeah, they see. All right, you guys take your time in the chat there. All right.
All right.
What you got? Who got something? Spell it out. Who's?
Brother
What I want to know. What I want to know is who's commenting and how they spell it.
Brother Ratazak, he said Gayal.
Uh-huh.
And
All right.
And Sister Parba said the same also.
Okay. We're waiting for a sister Shara. What you got, Sister Shara? They said, what did they say? G-A what?
Gayal.
Okay, there you go. See, that'll help you out. Now you're understanding that rule a little better. Sisters Shara, I'm assuming that's the same one?
So Brother Ratazak and Sister
okay.
Parba.
Paraba, got you. That's good. They said Gayal. Okay? You agree with them, Shara? Waiting for you, sis. I want everybody. Give you guys some chance there for understanding. You may be busy. We'll give you about 10 more seconds. I just want everybody to have a chance to participate. So what we got, God, and then there's, that, and that's, is that it? Okay, and let's clap it up for them. Exactly right. All participants, we understand that. Even if you did participate, we know you got it. But here, this word is gayal. That's what it is. This word in the Hebrew means age. Age, okay? That's what it means. Like age in society or age, they say in Hebrew back then, they used to say gayal. That's what that is. And very good. So when you take Ga, which is G-A, you got to give it the full vowel, which is Ga. That's because all the letters up there, all the characters going to have either A or I. And that's why in Zerai you don't put two vowels together like that. That's why you're going to have to drop one of them. So that's the understanding. But here you don't. It's Ga, Ya, La. Or Ga, independent connector. Okay, then we have a dependent connector. Yal. Gayal. And over here you don't have any connectors. Ga, Yal. Okay? So very good. That's very good, class. You did perfect on that. All right? We'll wait for Shara. I know she's busy. But she's going to get this one coming back on here, work with us. Now, yeah, it works better when that room temperature's a little better. So. Okay, let's put another word up here. I just want you guys to understand that's how it works, okay? So you'll understand how some of this stuff works. Okay? Let's give this one right here. Here's one. Here's one. Let's see how you guys act on this one right here. Let's see how you guys act on this one right here. I don't want to confuse you. Remember, there ain't no two vowels there that I remember. Well, let's see how this one is. Okay? Let's see what this spells. Let's see. What is this here we're trying to do? Oh, yeah. Smart. There. Okay? You guys take your time out. I mean, this takes, we got some connectors here. And we have connectors, and then we have the ancient Hebrew up here and the Paleo there. So this says something. So what does it say? What does it sound like in English? Because if you're giving it to it in English, that's your first step of translation. You'll understand, oh, okay, this is what that spells. And that's how we do it in Hebrew. We gave you guys a few seconds. Who's that checking in class?
Quan just checked in.
Had Brother Quan checking in class. Glad to have it in, Quan. Glad to have it in class. Get a pencil and paper, man. Let's go to work. I'm writing out Hebrew characters for people, and I want you to translate in English. Tell me, what does that sound like? Because that's your first step in understanding how to pronounce and to come up with the what you have there.
Brother Ratazak said, I Allah, and Sister Parba said, I Laha.
Say that again.
Brother Ratazak said, I
Okay.
La.
Okay, I don't want you to tell me what he said. I want you to tell me.
Spell it out.
If you could for me. Yeah, that's the only way about Shar, if you don't mind.
Kawakai.
What is it?
ILAH. And Sister Parba said, ILAHA.
And somebody said A, right?
Kawakai. That's
Okay.
the sister.
Okay. Who said that?
Uh,
So Radazak said Allah, I-L-A-H.
Kawakai.
And who said I-L-A-H-A?
Sister Parba.
Okay, Sister Parva, okay. So wait for Sister Shira. You may be, like I said, you may be a little busy. I understand. Give you 10 more seconds here on that. All right. A few more seconds. We'll tell you not only what this word means, we'll also tell you how does it actually spell in English. That's your, because you come to me and say, hey, what is that? What does that spell? Okay. Radazak and Paraba already got an answer in there. Anybody else?
La, sir.
Okay. All right. Got to get your Shara. You got to get your Hebrew chart. The Israelite School of Hebrew chart, and then you look at these and then tell me what they sound like and then spell that in English. That's what I want you to do, sis. Okay? So get your Hebrew chart, sis, if you're not too busy there. I understand. All right? So, let's go with this right here. Radazak is correct, and Sister Paraba is correct. You just added an A there. You get to drop this A out here, Sister Paraba. So it is. So you got to clap up for class. It's Ilah. Ilah, not Allah, but it's Ilah. Ilah means to ascend. It means to ascend. Like when Christ ascended. You can see that, I guess. Can I see that? Yeah. When Christ ascended to heaven, when he said, what stand you there gazing there? He ascended. But Allah, and then you don't want to say Ilaha. You just want to say I, then you want to say La, Ha. That Ha sound doesn't need the vowel. And most of the time, most of the percentages of words drop the ending vowel at the end. Y'all get that? Over here is I-La. You don't need, same thing. You don't need this ah here. So I-La means to ascend. So you guys are right on that. That's good. That's what I want to hear. I want to see you guys. But make sure you grab the Hebrew chart. That's what I'm teaching you now, is to get familiar. Because when you do this, it will help you familiar yourself with the Hebrew chart. Turn it back the other way there. The Hebrew chart, that's good. The Hebrew chart, okay? Okay, Ilah means to ascend. Let's do it in other words. I mean, this is not only fun for you, it helps you to understand that Hebrew chart. And once you master that chart, then you're on your way to translating words and understanding of them. Let's get another word, see if I can give you one there. Let's see. Let's give you one. Let's give you this one here. All right. Here's one. Check this one out. Is that somebody checking in class? What is that? Who is that?
Is a sister checking in from Portland, Oregon.
Uh-huh.
She is the rib of Trooper Naquab.
Okay, good. Glad. What's her name? All I need is-
Arlyn.
Who?
Arlyn, I think that's her name. Arlynn.
Arlene. Got you. That's Arlene, I think. I believe that's what it is. Glad to have you in class, sister. You ain't checked in a while, I see. Glad to have you in class, sis. I know. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Arlene. Okay. Let's see here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. There it is right there. Okay, that word is like that, okay? All right? That's in the Assyrian, that's in the ancient, okay? But in the Assyrian, it's going to look like this. Like this. What does that spell in English? Arlene? Yeah, just tell me exactly how they spell out. Look for me, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's what we're after here. The whole thing is like, how do you pronounce it, right?
Right.
You know. But here's one. Sister Sharab, Parabah, Ratazak, and Arlene. Glad to have you in class. Doing an excellent job so far. Let's see what we got here. In other words, if you took your Hebrew chart, tell me, I'm giving you a word in Assyrian, and I'm giving you a word in the same word in Assyrian here and ancient Hebrew up to the top line. And I want you to tell me what that word is. How does that sound in English? That's your first step in translating what that is. You got somebody up there already, don't you?
Okay.
We'll wait. We got people doing a great job, excellent job here. All my class, I have excellent students. I'm telling you, that's what we do. We do excellent work here in Isupk. That's why we have to get rid of all these negative, Hamites and Edomites that come in the chat trying to say that they got that Latin was the first language. They don't even understand how far language goes back. You know, Latin is a white Edomite Roman language. That's what that is. The white people, the Edomites, they invented that. And they speak that in the Vatican nowadays. They don't even speak it on the aristocrats. The rich people used to have that language. So how you gonna come up here and say the pheasants? Unless you are a we used to have to go to school and learn Latin. Unless you go to school and actually learn Latin, you were an aristocrat back then. Long time ago. That's why doctors and lawyers use Latin, because they figure they talked amongst themselves. But in our language, the Hebrew writing, man, the Most High gave us a language for all our people, man. That's so we say this word right here. So what is that? Tell me, what you got in the chat so far?
Brother Ratazak got CHAA.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let's see what Ratazak got. And Parabah, right?
Come.
What they got? C what? Oh, wait a minute. I got a pen that don't work. Well,
They both got the same.
They both got the same?
Come.
Okay, what they got?
CHAAGAG.
Okay. All right. I'm just showing you to show you. And as a matter of fact, this is a good lesson right here to learn, to show you when to do something and when not to do something. And I'll tell you what that something is. All right. Okay. Anybody else? Y'all look in the chat. I mean, you know, you look in there and look at your Hebrew charts, and y'all come up with these words, because that's your understanding of how to do that, of how to translate. Your first translation, you got to be able to pronounce the word in English, you know, and then you'll come up with, you'll be able to go back and spell them back and forth in Hebrew. The top line is the ancient, the bottom line is the Syrian, and then you can ask somebody, well, what does this mean? And then you can look it up yourself to figure out what it means. So let's talk. We got anybody else? Okay, then let's clap it up for them. Exactly right. They're correct. Now we're going to go over this real quick here, and to understand what that word means. I'm sorry. That word means to celebrate. It means this. Break. Okay? To celebrate. Celebrate something. You know, you celebrate. We're doing a celebration of Purim. That's what the Most High, because it was Purim from the days of Esther, when she had to go through and deal with the Persians, but she did it under the auspices or guise of Mordecai, her uncle. There's always a man dealing and telling the woman what she should say in front of this king, and that's what the whole thing of Purim is about, because they want to hang us and kill us, man. So anyway, that word means to celebrate. Ka, you got ka by itself, ka. Then you got ga, G-A, and that's good. So you got ka, and then you got ga, and then you got the G over here. But the reason why I put two G's together, the reason why I chose that word is because just to show you that if you didn't drop that last vowel over here and you wanted to put an A out here for God, it's understood that God has an A out here. But the reason why you don't need that word will be ka-ga-ga. So when you're reading the Hebrew, you drop that last. And in this, not in all cases, sometimes you need it, but in this case right here, in most cases like this, especially you got ka-gag, and that spells celebrate. So that's good. I'm glad you guys got that right there. So give yourself an A+ so far. Did Arlene put anything down there?
No, sir.
Are you catching on, Arlene? Y'all, because I know y'all may be coming into class a little late. So, but that's what we're doing, Arlene. We're coming up with, what does this sound like? That means you have to know your Hebrew chart, and that's what we're doing here. Okay. You know, with the first step in translating anything, you got to understand what does it sound like. You know, that's your first step. All right? Okay. Let's get another word up in here. Let's get one. Here's one. Yeah. Some of these words I remembered, some I don't. Let's see. What was I trying to do here? Here's one right here. Let's see. What am I trying to spell here? Okay. What do I want to do here? Got how to spell the thing already. Isn't this something? Just want to get it right. I don't want to misspell anything out here. Oh. Lord. I don't want to just misspell something that would confuse the issue. Be defeating the purpose. Now, wouldn't it? Okay, let's do this one here. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Yeah, that's right. Got it. There we go. Let's try that one there. Like that. Okay? Y'all tell me what that is. What does that sound like? You know? What do you think, Shar? You gotta think about it, right? I mean, don't say it out loud. I mean, you got an idea? Huh?
Okay.
Gotcha. We'll see if that you don't say it out loud. I mean,
Okay.
got anybody typing in yet?
Okay. The sister,
Okay.
Arlene,
Okay, Sister Arlene.
CHAA.
She said what? Oh, wait a minute. Here. There. So you can really see it. What did she say?
CHAA.
Uh-huh.
SAPA.
S-A what?
PA. SAPA.
Oh, P-A. I'm just writing down what she said.
No, you had it right, sir. It's CHAA SAPA.
Oh, S-A. S-A.
Okay.
What else?
PA. SAPA.
Really? Like that?
SAPA.
Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. Let's do it. Let's get it right. S-A-P-A.
Okay.
Okay. She said C-H-A-A. Okay, who else?
Sister Parboff and Brother Ratazak said PASA.
P-A. S-A-C-H. Anybody else? Brave. I like this. I like this, man. So Arlene said this C-H-A-A
Okay.
and S-A-P-A, and then Ratazak and Barabas say P-A-S-A-C-H, right?
Okay.
Okay. We'll wait a few more seconds here, wait for everybody to see everybody to put their what they got. 10 more seconds here, okay? All right. So we got it all in there. We understand? Okay, so let's clap it up for them. Okay? All right. The correct spelling of that is P-A-S-A-C-H. And that, do anybody in the audience know what that is? Anybody write anything right there? What is that?
Sister Arlene said she'd like to correct herself. She
Okay.
wrote it backwards.
And that's okay. Arlene, tell her to write it down exactly. What does she want? What does she want to write?
Like she said, she wrote it. She accidentally wrote it backwards.
Okay. So her real spelling is this?
Okay.
Okay, good. That's good, Arlene. That's good. Clap for them. Because it is for sock. Does anybody in the audience right there understand and know what that word is? You might know this word. Anybody? Somebody write down there.
Okay.
What they say?
Sister Parba said Passover.
Passover. Clap it up for them. That's right, Sister Parba. For that is P-A-S-S-O-V. That's what we're going to be having here in April. Okay, but that's what it is, Passover. And I just want to let, on this particular word here, you know, you drop here double A's. That's like an A here and an A there. Well, we'll rewrite that. Ka, this right here, ka. You notice we say pa, sa, ka. You don't need that. Those A's, those are like vowels. And ka is the longest Hebrew sound that we have, ka. So we drop any A, any vowel at the end there. And that's how you guys come up with the CH. That's exactly right. So clap it up for them. That's exactly right. Arlene, Paraba, and Ratazak, that's very good. That's a good way. You know, there's nothing wrong with understanding that. Not all the time, but most of the time, you're going to drop that end of those vowels on the end there. Okay? And that's what that is. So that's a good word to use there, the illustration, so you guys can understand. Okay? Understand. And it means Passover. Very good. That's exactly. So everybody's governing themselves accordingly. That's what we're going to get into here in a couple months. You know, we're all going to be at the Passover. Lord allow. You know? Okay. And we'll keep rolling in this fashion because everybody's doing excellent, so we're going to roll in this fashion. Let me put another word up here. Let's see here. Yeah. Hold a minute. We're going to keep rolling in this fashion. Okay. Let's do another word here. Let's do one like here. Let's do one. Yeah. Let's do one here. Let's do this one. Let's do this one here. let's do that one. Okay. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Okay, I want you guys to translate and tell me what this is, because I'm using the a dual connector here. Dual connector. A dependent connector here and a dependent connector there. That's how I want that pronounced. Okay? Salakia for if I've thrown anybody off in the past for not putting the connectors in, but I got them in now. Salakia. Of course, on a Syrian down here, you don't need connectors. Okay? So, tell me. That's why I write, so you have no misunderstanding of what the word is. I write it in Assyrian and ancient Hebrew. So, because I want you to translate it. You know, I want to make sure that when you look on the Hebrew chart, you can say, oh, okay, that's what that looks like. That's why I'm trying to make this look make it look exactly like the chart. Close, anyway. So you guys can say, oh, I didn't know what that word spelled like. So there it is. You know, and so I got like in both. You have the ancient up here and here. Tell me what this means. Tell me what that, translate that in English so we can figure out what it means in Hebrew. That's our first step. And then later on, you know, we'll get to the point where we go to another step. But this is a good step here to use. This is it. We'll work some of them backwards sometime, and you'll get them. You guys will be able to understand a lot of that. And I'll put some multiple choice up here, and then you guys get your memory, all right? Okay? So that's what we got going on here. So we got some answers up there yet? What we got?
Brother Ratazak.
Ratazak?
He said TH.
Okay. We got somebody else too, right? TH?
THAMYAD. And Sister Parba.
Wait a minute. THA?
THA. MYAD.
MYAD?
MYAD.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Sister Parba
What she got?
said THAMAYAD.
MAYAD. She's got a THMAYAD.
Come on.
Okay.
And Sister Lynn, she got THAMA.
Wait a minute. She has what?
THAMADA. YA.
YA?
Come on.
Like that? THA? Is that right?
Come on.
THADAYA? Okay. That's what we got?
Come on.
All right. Let's see. Let's break this down right here. She probably meant this one the other way. You sure? Just what do you got there? What are you doing?
Oh, type back in the chat. Nah, that's actually what she has. THAMADAYA.
YA, okay. Sister, you don't have to type anything else. I get it. I'll talk to her right here. Sister Let's make sure because Arlene, if you want to amend your answer any because you said I just want to make sure I get it right. THAMADAYA. You know. See if you want to amend that. If not, we'll leave it. We'll give you a chance to rewrite that. Okay? What do you think, Sister Arlene? My sister? We'll give you 10 more seconds there. And Sister Shara, you know, if you're not too busy, I understand. Give you 10 more seconds here to see who everybody want to amend anything. Like we got some good answers up in here though. All these look alike, but you know one of them's got to be right. One of them's got to be. I'm sorry, one of them got to be wrong, because they're all different. In this case, anybody rewrite anything?
La, sir.
Okay, good. All right, this is what we got. All right, let me tell you the correct answer. When you say, here's the word, thumb, T-H-A. That's tha, and then ma. You want to drop the A here. You don't need an A there because because I made a connector here. That connector stops it right at that point. Thumb. The whole idea of this, let me teach you guys something. The whole idea of a dependent connector is to connect the sounds. So what do you hear? Thumb. You don't hear thama. You hear thumb. Like that is trying to hang on in there. Because I made it hang in there. Now if I said tha, ma, if I had independent on the tha and the ma, then it would be tha, ma. But it's not. So I joined it. So you don't need the A there. This is just to finish that sound out. Thumb. Got it? Okay. Then I want to say yad. Ya. You need the full A because you need a vowel in there and the da. Then you drop the A after the vowel. Okay? After the da. You don't need the A out here. It's understood. Why? Because I'm putting a Hebrew connector in here. I'm putting this connector and I'm saying yad. Yad. So ya, and then you hear the da. You don't hear yada. You hear yad. Just like that. That's how you read it. So the correct one is actually this one here. Thumb yad. Thumb yad. Thumb yad. Okay? In Hebrew, thumb yad means always. Always. Okay? You know? I think there's some, let's see, we got this right. Yeah, we have some officers named Thumb Yad. And that name would be always. They mean that brother's always on time, always there, always ready to thump, whatever. You know, Thumb Yad, you know. But that's what that is. Thumb Yad. So, Sister Parva, when you put that A in there, the reason why you put it in there because you might not have the sound, the thumb, when you hear the ma right there, you don't have to go no further. Just thumb. You don't have to say ah after that. So just you don't have to say thumma. It's just thumb. So it's by itself. Thumb like this. Okay? Alright? And then you have ya. You need the full sound ya. But in the D, you do the same thing. You drop that A. So it's yada. Okay? That's what that is. Arlene, that's why I was at. You got thumb, and then you want to drop the same. You want to do the same thing. Drop the A. But when you said da ya, I'm thinking you meant ya da. And you drop the ah there and the ah there. Right, sis? What she got on? She got something on?
What you just said, how she meant to recorrect it, that's exactly what she meant.
That's what I thought. So clap it up, everybody. You guys getting the idea. You know, go ahead and clap it up. Clap it up and clap right there. Yeah, that's very good. Exactly right. So, if that's the case, and that's how I know. That's how I knew you probably needed, because I knew you probably meant yada. But the two A's right here, you don't need this A. That's it. You just need thumb like Ratazah he had. But both of you, everybody did perfect on it, because what that tells me is that you understand the chart. You just haven't maybe a little bit, and that's what I'm here for, to teach you and show you when to drop the vowel sound.
Right.
Okay, that's what I'm teaching you here. That's really all it is, because most of everybody here knows. You may not know what the word means. That's not important right now. But what you know, what you do know, is how it sounds. That's what I want. So everybody so far is getting an excellent out of this class, man. That's all I'm after. I don't even really have wrong or right. What I want to do is make sure you guys are headed toward the direct understanding. Yes.
Like it. One thing I will say, sir, this right here easy to understand in English class in this American school.
Clap it up for us, brother. Exactly right. He says easy to understand in English class, and that's right, because we teach things correct here.
Right.
And if we don't, pardon me. I'm trying. Here's one that you like here. Here's one. Here's one that everybody like. See if you guys can get this. All right. Okay. You guys take your time. Take your time on this. Just all the rules that I'm teaching you, just kind of put them in your mind there and say, okay, I know why that is, I'm using a dependent connector here with these two sounds, and that's why we put the one. And I'm trying to culminate this into a class of total learning with the understanding of these connectors. That's why. See, down here you just see a word. You don't know really what to go with on that.
Brother Ratazak said, "Damn right, I shot."
What? What did he say? He talking about this is better than English.
Come on.
Damn right. Let's clap it up for the brother. That's exactly right. This is better than English. Yeah, you're right. It is. It's better than the English class. Hey, Asha, will you do me a favor? Go around the camera on that side and grab that right there and put it over there, would you? Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. So, y'all break this one down right here. The reason why this is easier is because you're dealing with white Edomites. Back. That's over there somewhere. Is that one right there?
This cable
No. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now just put it over there somewhere. Right about there. That's good. Water. What you got? You got some people put some answers in there?
Come.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, turn it that way toward the board. There you go. The water. What you got there? Who's saying what?
Brother Ratazak got G-A.
Okay, he got G-A.
M-A-L.
Okay. See what you got. Based off the rules that I'm trying to teach you. In other words, understand what I'm teaching you. You got a dependent connector here, and then you got an independent connector here. So, what do you want to do with those rules? The way they sound is very important. Because, and then also, in this case, the way it's spelled and what connectors I put on what is very important. Because that tells you, do I drop an A at the end? Do I suspend one just for the sake of sound in the middle? That's what I'm trying to teach you here, guys. That's all it is. Because the Hebrew chart just, you can grab the letter. And, but here, you can also look down here also. This is the ancient. Sometimes it helps you. But it's best to help you right here with the original. Because you have a black officer teaching you, black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, teaching you the Lashawan Qadash instead of Edomite teaching you. Or Hamite, or somebody. What you got there?
Sister Lynn got the same thing also.
Okay, Sister Lynn, all right. And who we waiting for? Sister Parabah and Sister Shar?
Sister Parba.
Sister Parabah and Sister Shar, okay? I mean, she may be busy. I understand that. Anybody may be busy. That's the reason why I'll give you a few seconds. I understand that. Yes, what you got?
That Sister Lynn said, does the upside down connector makes it plural?
No, the upside down, you mean this one here? The U, upside down U, sis? Are you saying the upside down U? This one here? Because I'll go over that if I need to. Right here? Because the upside down U it represents an independent connector. Over here, plural doesn't have anything to do with it, Arlene. Plural, did she comment on it?
Khan, sir.
Yeah. Sister Arlene, the plural, this has nothing to do with plurals right here. I mean, even if I add some plurals. The connectors have not anything to do with plurals in this, what this is in this particular case, or all the cases. Connectors and plurals are not necessarily connected. All they do is take a sound and make it an independent sound. And we'll go over that here. We got everybody's answers in there?
Come.
Okay. God. Let's go over that. God by itself just means independent. Has nothing to do with plural. All I'm trying to achieve with the connectors, Arlene, and everybody else, is I want this sound and that sound to be together. That's all it means. It has nothing to do with plural. In other words, if I want to say ma, in this case, I got to say an A in there, because if I didn't have the ma, because it's followed by just a consonant, or an L, a la. So I got to put the A, so I got to say ga, then I have to say ma. I have to make that sound, but I want to connect it to an L. So I want to say gamala. I don't want to say gamala. I don't want to say that. I just want to say just enough to make this la sound like it belongs to the ma. That makes sense? If everybody in the chat understands what I just said, Baba Kushah, please say concert. Okay? So you take the ma and the la, and you join them together with the sound. Ma, la, la, gamal, not gamala. Because if it was gamala, then, I would have a whole nother, it would be something spelled different. But this is like ga, by itself, independent sound. That's why I put it there, ga. That's how you know it's not gum. It's ga. I can change the word to gam-all. or gamal. But the word is gamal. Ga by itself, and then you want to say ma. So you need that that vowel sound. But when you connect it with an L, you drop the A because you don't need gamala, you need gamal. All you're doing there with the connector here Arlene and everybody else, is that it? What's like? Is that you want this sound ma and the la to join together. That's it. Everybody, the people understand that?
I got no response.
Okay, good. And by the way, we'll give the guys a few more seconds. I assume everybody understand that, okay? But let me ask you something. What do you think? What does that sound like? We'll play. Well, somebody wrote something. Pay attention to what you got.
You said concert. I understood.
She understood. Okay. What does word sound like to y'all? This word, gamal. I'll play a little bit with it. What does it sound like in an English? There's an English word that sounds like gamal. Gamal? 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 What does that sound like? Before I tell you what it actually means. Anybody? We'll give you a few more seconds to think about it before I give you the answer on that, because you all did perfect on it. Perfect. You got the translation. You understand? It's Gamal, G-A-M-A-L. Gamal. You don't need the A, of course, because you're just trying to make the sound mal. But what does that sound like? What English word does that gamal sound like? What does that sound like? I mean, you got to consider. You know, what do people? What kind of? I mean, what I give you a hint. It's an animal that rides in the desert. So, gamal. So, what is that word? Anybody in the chat? What is that word? Yes.
Sister Lynn and the brother Ratazat said camel.
Camel, exactly right. Let's clap it up for him, bro. Let's clap it up for him. That sounds like camel because that's what it is. Gamal means camel. I knew gamal means camel. Like that. That's what that is. You guys write that in your vocabulary. That's what it means. So that's what I want you guys to understand. Let me see. Gamal means camel. Okay? That's what that word translates to. All right? Gamal. Camel. As long as as long as the participation positive, don't strike them out. Don't strike them out unless I tell you. Just follow orders. Okay? In other words, a great job with the sin. If they give them positive feedback, then let them go ahead. Okay? Here's a word we're gonna do. Let's do this. Let's do this one. Lock. Let's do this one here. I'm saying? The last comment right there, you can leave that in there. If it's positive, that's fine. As long as they giving us positive feedback and they respecting the class, leave them in there, okay? All right. Tell me what that one is. Got any answers there, or just
La answer.
still working on it?
Okay.
All right. Just making sure here. But if you see somebody in there in that chat, you know, it's not doing right, just follow the order. That's right. Got any answers, anybody there?
La answer.
Okay, good. You guys take your time.
Yeah, Brother Ratazak just hit it. He said A-H-L-A-Y-A-L.
Uh-huh, right? Y-A-L. Okay. All right, we'll wait for everybody else to put theirs in. Is he right or is he wrong? I mean, you guys let me know. Y'all so far everybody got an A+ in class. You know, let me know what you got. It's coming off the board a little easier now. You know?
Okay.
That. Ratazak has an answer already up there. Let's see if he's right or wrong. You know, I don't know. But I mean, that's why I'm giving you these rules, so you'll understand a whole lot. Because in the rules, if you follow the rules, then you'll understand how to enunciate, pronounce. You'll understand how words are put together. You'll understand that. You'll understand how Hebrew words are put together. Just like Arlene asked the question, is that plural? And now she knows what these connectors really mean. These connectors are just to make a sound by itself or to make a sound with another sound. That's all it means. And the rule for doing that, that's all I'm doing. So you guys can understand. That's what I've been, you know, work after we talk, now we're understanding. Now we're down to the point where we can go even further in class, okay? After we build up, and then we can actually get more and more understanding of words. Anybody else?
La answer.
Okay. Wait for Shar, Parba, and Arlene. And Arlene to go ahead and put what they say this word is. You look at, here's how you do it. You look at the Hebrew chart, you know, and you write down the sounds. Use your connectors. That's why the original language was made by the Hebrew is original, that the Most High God has given us. You know, that's what it is. We don't have no problem with people coming to class as long as they can just, you know, chill out and just look and just, you know, hand clap or whatever they got to do and participate. You know, hey. Listen, I'll sit back and learn. I'm here for my people. Go ahead.
Sister Arlene, she said the same thing.
Same thing up here?
Okay,
good. Waiting for Sister Parabah. As long as people sit back, give positive feedback, and don't try to teach the class, you know, because these are the priests and prophets of the Most High. You know, we know what we're talking about. You know, they can You know, we know exactly what we're talking about. Okay? Everybody else? Barbar, where you at? Freaking Yayan. I understand, sis. We'll give you 10 more seconds here. Because you can also use it down here. You got this, 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 and that. But the main understanding is up here. Because you have the connectors. Depends on where those teachers put the connectors at. It's how the word sounds. That's what we did it back in the days. That's how you know we are the 12 tribes of Israel. Black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian here in America. You know, been here for a while. Gad and Reuben, we were here in America already. Long before Amerigo Vespucci got here. Right? Is that it? Is that it for class?
Okay.
Any more? Okay. Let's clap it up for them. Exactly right. They're both right. Everybody's right in there. I'm sure Arlene and Ratazak put some answers down, and I'm sure that everybody's got this Allah y'all. Allah y'all. Allah y'all. It almost sounds like idol, doesn't it? Like ayallah. That's like idol, because that's what the word means. It means idol. Because there's another word that means idle with time, but this means like idol. Anybody know what an idol is? You know what an idol is? Raise your hand. Tell me.
The cross or
Speak out loud.
the cross or the cobblestone.
The cross, the cobblestone, right? The cross, because they said they would worship gods of wood and stone, right?
Okay.
So the idol, an idol would be the cross, you know, or a cobblestone, that what they worship in Mecca, walking around a fake. Just the Bible says, "Thou shalt have no other idols before me." No other gods is what it's saying. So this is a fake god. So it's an idol. So that word, alayal, or idol, adayal, sound like it, doesn't it? That's how you know we're the original 12 tribes of Israel, man. Ayallah. When I say ayah, it's alayah. And here's the rule. Independent connector. So you don't need the full, the is already there. So in this case, you got an H behind it. It's that's one like that. Okay? The la, you got another independent sound. So when it's independent, it's going to need its full sound here. La. And then you have ya. Ya is full because there's nothing stopping it. But you don't want to put an A out here. Why? Because then it will be alayallah. That's a whole nother word. You want to say alayal because you want this L to sound out with this ya. And how does that say? Y'all. Like y'all coming to dinner, man. You know, y'all coming to dinner. That's how you want to say y'all. So it's alayal or idol. That's the understanding behind that word there. I don't know who's had something. Who's they got hand claps or something. Just cool. You know. We'll let that be there. Alayal. Idol. Okay? So that's what that word is when you have an idol or alayal. That's what that word. You see it also in Assyrian here. Alayal. 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 That's how you break that down, okay? All right? Very good. We're going to keep going because the class is getting good and it's been good. There, we'll put another one up here. You know, everybody's learning from there, so there's no reason to stop. Right? We do maybe one more, and then we'll be done. One more. Let's do this one right here. Let's do a real, let's do this one right here. I like this one right here. Here is one that you guys like, that you I hope you guys will write these in your notes too. That's important. You know, there's no sense of not putting these words in here, you know, when you need them. All right? Okay? All right. Here's a good one. See if y'all follow this one. And I believe this will be the last one in class here, so y'all make sure y'all get your good grade off of this one now, right? There we go. Sort of going uphill. But tackle this one right here, okay? Tell me what this one is. This will be the last one in class, so everybody join on this. Parabon, Arlene, Ratazak, Shara. Y'all all join in on this one here. This will be the last one we're going to do. All right? Look like somebody got something down there. Who's that?
Russian.
Huh?
A Russian.
I don't know what it says. Just leave it on this. I mean, it ain't hard. I don't know what it is. I can't read Russian. So just leave it whatever it is. That's what, we'll just leave it just like that. All right? Not negative, is it? Necessarily. Can't read Russian, so good. Leave it like that. All right? All right. Y'all tell me what that is. Y'all tell me what this word means. Give you guys a few more seconds there. Well, give as long as you need. Just take as long as you need. Don't ever rush. Never rush, because I'm gonna give you much time. What you got?
Sister Arlene says CHA.
CHA.
AZA.
Did she say CHA?
AZA. Kaza.
Oh, CHAA.
Come.
You just said CHA. Okay. What else?
YAR.
Okay. Start over.
CHAA. ZA.
Okay.
YAR.
In other words, this is an A here, right? ZA, you said, didn't you?
Come.
Just lock me for that. There you go. All right. Anybody else? CHAAZAYAR. That's what you said?
Come.
Very good. I mean, that's what she said. So, Radazak, Parabah, Shara, what do y'all think? Go ahead and put y'all down. This is the last word we're going to do tonight. Y'all take your time. Anybody else?
Brother Ratazak said the same thing.
Same thing, all right. Parabak. Last word, sis. Shara. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Excellent participation, by the way, tonight. Excellent. Okay. Anybody else?
La'ah, sir.
Okay, 10 more seconds. Give you guys 10 more seconds here. Got our last word tonight. 10 more seconds. Okay? Anybody else? That's it?
I'm coming.
Okay? Let's clap it up. Exactly right. This word is kazayar. Kazayar. Now, I know you guys may not know what that is, so I'll go ahead and put it down on the board. This word simply means this. Put it down in the dictionary. That's what this word means. It means pork. That's what you don't want to eat. You know, we don't eat that. You know, we don't eat kazayar. You know, but then, and then break down this word here real quick here. Ka, independent connector. That's that independent sound, Arlene, right? Ka, because it gets its full sound because it's independent. Za. Okay? Then we say ya. Okay? Then we want to join it with an R. So ra. So yar. Not yara, but yar. And there you go. Kazayar. That's how you said that. And that's the understanding. There are exceptions to the rule, and I tried to give some exceptions tonight, but there are some exceptions to it. But, you know, from what I've noticed, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and say I know all of them, or, you know, but I know there's sometimes things different. But Kazayar, of course, here it is in the Assyrian Hebrew. Which is the bastard language that we've learned. It's the same sounds. And all we did was just change our the picture of what it looks like, and that would be the characters. We call it a character, you know, or your alphabet, however you want to do it. But it's really the characters is what it is. So Kazayar, and that's how you do it. And I hope you guys learn some things here tonight that you can practice for next week, because next week I think I may step it up just a little bit. We're going to base it off of this, but I may step it up a little bit more. And then we'll go from there, because we've had fun in class. So let's clap it up in class, okay? All right? We're going to give you we're going to do some Hebrew announcements here in a second here. And for people to understand. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to read some Hebrew announcements. We'll close class. Let's clap it up once again for class. Clap it up real loud. Yeah. All right. Glad everybody joined in, okay? Okay. We're the Isupk. Security announcement we have. We are, Isupk started off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for the new brother. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation to teacher, will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After 6 months, go ahead, put your head back on. Okay. After 6 months, the period the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 and 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asharah. 10% of every penny increase the Most High gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Up holy convocations. We're going to say the holy convocations that we have on the back here. The next convocation that we're going to have is Purim, the 14th day to 15th day of the 12th month. Monday the 14th February, Tuesday the 15th February, 2022, Esther 20 and Esther 9, 20 and 31. Of course, we have the Passover down in Cocoa Beach, Florida this year. And that's our Passover, that's our Pesach. And of course, we're going to have that April 15th. So we're guys going to make sure that people govern themselves accordingly. Oh, wait a minute, sloppy. Remind Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, and pants and headbands and scarf. We're going to have a majid. We're going to do a salute to all our brothers. That was a comment right there. That one.
Russian.
Okay. A majid. Shabbat. Majid. Barak. Yahawadah Shem Yahawadah Barakatam. We're going to do a courtesy salute to the sisters online. Majid Shabbat. Majid. Barak. Yahawadah Shema Alatan Ba'Hashem Yahawadah. For that we say, Shalom.